All right. Okay, here we go. Trying to get the camera angle right for you guys. Wait. Let me get back there. Let me get back. Yes, indeed. All right. Let me get my camera angle right. Okay. Let me slide my back side of this thing down. There we go. And let me pull that up. All right. Here we go. We here. We live. Make sure we right. Let me get my camera, man. Damn. Let me position my camera right. All right. Damn. All right. See, I use my computer throughout the day, and I got this nice, stand to, make sure we look good for the show. All right, here we go. Damn, all right, here we go. Welcome to the Willis Podcast. Yeah. We back. We back. We here. And we are live. Yeah, for sure. Check it out, man. This is gonna be a great show. Let me before I get the music playing, I got a lot to say. I have an awful lot to say about, you know, the current conditions of America. First and foremost, let's break the ice. Let's do that for real because there's an abundance of awakenings that's going on daily. And they're existing through climate, mentalities of these warlike people, the disability of seeking peace, the disability of diplomacy, the disability of talking and communicating because they're trying to relive their glory days, the old times of war. Let's show off these new age weapons and let's command the troops to get the job done. That's the new age of these authoritarian, non-peace seeking people. They got heat seeking missiles at everybody. I advise us to completely wake up, spread our wings, and understand who we are completely from within out, because the only way we can really affect change is we got to reach out and touch somebody. You understand what I'm saying? With the truth, of course. But reaching out and touching somebody ain't the way to go. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, you got to understand. Now is the time. You see this? You see the title of the show? The Breakage of a Global Caste System Show. The breakage of that caste system mindset that actually go both ways. Those that think with the authoritarian mindset and those that are in defense of the authoritarian mindset. I hope you understand me well. Authoritarian exists in the actual people. You don't know you want it until you got it. And then when you have it, you understand how you lose all of your values and your voice shrinks into obliterate. You become nothing but a number because you have to appreciate the king or said authoritarian. Understand me again and understand me well. Please. When it comes to, and yes, we got whip moments tonight, but let me get some music playing so we can just keep vibing real well. All right, here we go. Let's do that. Let's see what we got here in the hip hop lane. Bit West Coast ish. I can't do that. Not my vibe. I'm cool with that though. Cool vibe with it, everything. Let it be. That shit solid. Make me feel some kind of way. It's kind of got a breezy feel, but with an intellectual appeal. You dig? Okay, here we go. Yeah. How y'all like the shave? You like the shave? Oh man. I had to cut the beard off for a little bit. Just my skin can breathe, becoming wintertime. I had to cut off that layer and bring on some new, just take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself, people. Do that. Absolutely. It's quite important. Practice good hygiene. So some of you guys with them long beards, I don't see how you do it. I appreciate you, but please take care of that thing, man. I'm glad I'm clean up under there, but hey, it lasts for quite some time. It was trying to renew. I like to renew. Yeah, it's quite cool. Anyway, let's get to some whip moments, ladies and gentlemen. The breakage of a global caste system show. Yeah, it's everywhere now. The awakening of people. Have you checked YouTube out lately? You checked out these podcasts. You checked out the emergence of the new talented class. I'm one of them. Humbly speaking. I don't even know if I've been on here long enough to be called that, but I got over 1,000 videos and 60,000 plus subscribers in 6 months. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled and I'm extremely ecstatic and grateful to you for being able to accomplish such a feat. What can I say? I appreciate you tuning into the show. I love you back. Okay, but we have to get to some whip moments, and I hope you continue to like, share, and subscribe. I'm grateful for that as well. Please do keep doing so. Man, it's amazing. It's a great feeling, and I'm thoroughly appreciative. Salute to all of you. I love you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate you gratefully. I promise you that. I promise you. But anyway, let's get to these whip moments. Let's cook it down real good tonight. All right. First whip moment. Foreigners come to get their just due. Why would I say that? Well, they can't. When you understand the history of America, you think like, wait. They let people come into their land. Oh no. They don't even think that way. They say, oh. They let people take them from a foreign country, beat, enslave them, occupy them, and decimate them. Like, on paper, if that's the first thing that was presented to you, you would say, okay, yeah, well, that. No, that doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make sense especially when I show you a complete truth of literally the archetypal people that have existed here for thousands of years before there were any other kind of people. Let's just make that clear. First of all. Second of all, the emergence of the mindsets of us, the Black American, the American Indian, the FBA, understanding the respect and the appreciation behind just a nod of a head and to say thank you for getting to the nitty-gritty, down to the truth, the epitome of the truth, so that it can be actually said once and for all. We have to get to the point to where we can completely define our complete manifest destiny as well. You see, some thoughts are based out of falsehoods, fictions, not facts, not truths. So there was a point in time where the European told themselves that, and they told the world that. Did the rest of the world believe it? It seems as if they bought into the lighter skin equation being a sort of a dominant or more dominant than their black fathers. They sort of saw history in reverse, not sort of, they saw history in reverse and into a different dimensional parallel that made sense to nobody but them. So it kept everyone of indigenous roots confused. Especially you're confused if you don't have the color, the color of persuasion. When you don't have the color of persuasion, when you have the allegiances of different lands and nations that caught on, like Upper Asia, China, lighter, not lower Asia and Southeast Asia. None of those darker melanated lower equator people, the melanated darker Asia people, they had no chance either. They had no chance. They couldn't assimilate as fast, but they did have the hair. Yeah. See, that's the one thing that when you look at the global scale of the situation, you understand who controlled the mindset and the ideology of people. So if you can get as close as you can to that ideological mindset and make peace with it, there's no harm, no foul. You don't even have to think about the person that you are attacking and the person that you are downtrodden. You don't even have to think that they're a fucking person. They don't even resonate with you like that. You just do what you do. So that's why that mentality exists today when foreigners come here and impose their will, because this is the will of the authoritarian mindset. They have the authoritarian mindset built in their brain housing group. That's the truth behind the matter. So that leads to understanding some facets in America where the propaganda aspect also combines with that specific mental equation that you have mustered up yourself. So you add propaganda and say, oh, they do kill each other. They do this. They do that. And for somehow you mimic every damn thing we do. Look at Friday. Look at the Cholo. Look at every single solitary fabric of every fucking connection to black people on this planet. You figure out how to mimic us in every way that pleasures you. Look at jazz music. You see Miles Davis. You see John Coltrane on the wall. That's Aboriginal American music and sounds and feelings and instruments, things that touch your soul. But who loves that so much more? Oh, now you got Kenny G, and you got Blue Eyed Soul like Justin Timberlake and John B. All of these things have existed, but it's an admiration for Aboriginal, Indigenous, Black American culture. That's not hard for me to understand, and one thing that's the actual truth. It's the truth. There's no lie to be found in anything I just explained specifically to you. Next whip moment. There's no out. There's no way out. Once you're here in America, there's no way out. Come on. There's no way out of here, baby. Once you get this infectious feel of how wonderful the culture here actually is, you start denying the truth. You start short-circuiting and malfunctioning. Like, wait a minute. Everything that I ever thought or believed about them people is just not true. They are absolutely fucking wonderful. They're miraculous human beings. They smell so good. They look so good. And they treat you so well. They're always willing to help. They're always willing to limit. So let me lie to them and tell them how great I am with a lie. Tell them how I have. Let me figure something out how I can tell them how great I am. Because we have these wonderful, heroic stories locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. The Aboriginal, natural, Black, American, Indigenous Negro. The Black American is a powerful being of ingenuity and majesty, or what they would call a majestic being. Yeah. We have an assorted amount of powers that we relinquish to the world, and we just don't even understand how you don't even see them. Or that lets us know that you are in a very strong, specific state of denial. Yeah, that's how you really That's what you really feel when you look at it. You're like, how could they be so great? How do they know so much? We have been through everything up under the sun as well. So don't give me the out of Africa theory, which is not true. When you say Pangea, have you ever heard of Pangea? I know you guys have heard of Pangea, right? Pangea, okay. But dig what's going on with Pangea. If it break apart, people don't exist just in Africa. They exist in all corners of the globe, of the plane, of the terrarium. Yeah. That means there were people globally that they had this complexion. They looked like this. They are different phenotypes, but they were all dark, melanated complected. The only kind of people that existed at one point in time. But if you have to understand the interactions with higher authorities, some good and some bad. That's why you don't want to accept the fact that they are a pantheon of gods. We'll get to that later. Okay. That's why I'm telling you there's no way out. When you come to America, this is the land of the free. Here. I don't know about physically, but you're free to be in your mind what you want to be until you can make the money and how you want to be. That can become a specific reality. That's the truth. That's the real truth. Whatever you want to do in America, good or bad shit, you can make it happen. If you got the plan, you got the efforts, you got the mindset, you got the infrastructure, the wheelhouse, and the wheel is yours. Don't forget to subscribe and love and like and share the show. I appreciate that. We got to get to the next Whoop moment, though. Appreciate you. All right, next Whoop moment. We're gonna go with people want. That's all they do is want. I don't know if a lot of people start to think about what they need or if they put their needs before their wants nowadays. Seriously. Let me turn this music down a bit. Yeah. That's a loud little strain on that one. It's running good though. I like it. But people want. They just want. Oh, well, what do you need? What is actually good for you specifically? How can you actually be helped if you would never help yourself, if you would only give yourself what you want, not what you need? But what you need is actual your vitals. Your vitals have to be functioning high in order for your brain to function at its highest capacity and levels. But you have to know that for yourself. What do I mean by vitals? Your heartbeat, your pulse, your vision, your motor skills, those things, your vitals. Keep them precious, meaning whatever you're doing, think about it. There's a lot of funky, fucked up, horrible drugs. The fentanyls, the fucking the drugs, the damn crystal meth, all of these harsh, awful, laced weed, every damn thing. Please understand that your body is a precious vessel. You are what you take in. Everything from the outside, from a physical thing to things that alter your mentality and the things that alter your mental mindset, the things that make you procrastinate and not get goals accomplished. Those things are demonic. That's how you have to describe those type of things. They make you escape from you, not develop you. Alcohol is another one. Too much of anything distracts you from being all of you. Please understand that. That's very vital. understand how to keep your vitals functioning at a very high capacity. That means if you have to lose weight, take better care of the largest organism on your body, and that is specifically your skin. So washing every day should be mandatory. Mandatory. Washing and cleaning. Renewing yourself. Purifying yourself. That's a nurturing element that you can provide yourself every day at no specific cost to you immediately. Sometimes your vital health is worth more than just a couple of more dollars on your water bill, okay? I don't know why. I don't know why and how. And it's more pleasant for people that you interact with. That's extremely important. The people that you interact with, wash your mouth out, invest in mouthwash, brush twice a day. I have to get into these specific things because people they just want. So when you want that sugar, think about it, those sweets, and when you can't eat a piece of fruit or a tangerine or apple, all of your consumptions. But what are you doing to alter those things that you do to punish yourself specifically with all of those elements that too much of those things will alter the way you look, smell, and the way people see you. You're chemically imbalanced when you have a plethora of pimples, and you don't hydrate yourself very well, and you don't take yourself very seriously. But then when someone calls you out to tell you, you get very vulnerable and very defensive about the truth. Shit, I smell you. Smell your breath. Shit. You ain't considering me once you want to come here. Let me tell you something. No. Well, why you tell me no? Your breath kind of off, man. Your shit rough. Your breath stink. Or girl, you are gorgeous and you a beautiful person, but goddamn. Oh! Smell like a goddamn. Oh. That bitch swallowed dumpster juice this morning. I don't know what the fuck is. Oh. Man. Well, when eating ass goes wrong. Oh. Gotta be more careful. I'm just saying. Anyway. Next what moment? Because when people want what they want, they're gonna do it, but at least do one thing. Counter, do counter that shit. Counter anything you do. You should counter your atrocious behavior and do it in private. Don't let everybody see what the fuck you do. Damn, man, a lot of people getting caught on camera doing the wildest shit. I have never seen. Yeah, I have. I have, but this shit is becoming very insane. People are losing their fucking minds when people clean stoves on crystal meth with the toothbrush for hours and shit. That shit happened years ago. I thought society was going crazy then, everything on the fucking news is just, it's bizarre. You see what Trump doing? This motherfucker is talking to people and making weird gestures with his hands and shit on the roof. Just, I'm just having a moment, just with myself and my staff. I spent all the money. It's all my money. Everything's on me. Yeah, it's my money. I think this motherfucker was talking to that dementia is getting his ass. I mean, you can only be evil for so fucking long until they say that his flesh is eating itself right now. It says they call this motherfucker the Cankosaurus and shit, man. This motherfucker body is breaking down. But I'm like, damn, man, this, woo, shit. That's what happens when you got when you are full of hatred. That's weighs you down. Hatred destroys you. Hatred just makes you a whole, broken down, withered, fucking damn diseased, brittle, vulnerable. Fucking man, you are totally in the space of smell of death is on your ass. That's what happens when shit like that go down. Everybody say he stank like a motherfucker too, and they say it's getting worse because they just he's bad off. That motherfucker stank. Woo. So when you go to behaving like that, that's why they say, all them, you are what you eat, you are what you consume. That shit comes out in your pores. Think it don't. Oh, it's nothing you can't when your behavior and when your repetition of behavior is fucked up and you don't bathe and you don't do things to kind of, you don't have good, you don't even treat yourself well. So that's why you have bad manners. Your ass itch all the time. You don't wipe your dookie out your booty good. You're a filthy person. When you're not doing that, you're always angry. I'm quite sure you're always dirty. You probably always got a fucking lesion or a rash. Some always irritating you on your body. You're always itching and scratching and uncomfortable and shit. That's because you don't those are you're a self-mutilator. You think I'm agitating you? No, you're agitating you. Go bathe. All this, the only person doing this shit is me. Am I off? Yes, it's you. You don't bathe. See, your agitations and all that shit, probably got pustules and shit. People don't know that you're unbathing, and then that reprobation sets in. That's a sickness that sets into your whole cesspool of soul of fuckery, and you just, you become that. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't revitalize nothing in yourself. Yeah, these things you are what the fuck you eat. That's the truth. Next, what moment? All right. Who is the best and how? Well, the only way you can determine who's the best is about who puts in the most work, who is the most accurate, who has the most, information that's viable. Who's the best? Oh, the person that sells a lot of propaganda and says a lot of bullshit and plays a lot of distorted shit that doesn't have any meaning or value only than give me more bullshit. And people eat it up because they want to be entertained and not edutained and not even educated. Because you see what they're doing with the Department of Education right now, right? Gutting that bitch. Okay, well, do you have enough books in your home, parents, to even educate your kids yourself? You know I do. That's the truth. I can educate my child, and she has such a spongy brain. She has a very, very moist brain that she can learn things very quick, and she's very, very accurate, and she thinks fast because she's a kid. All kids do. Don't limit them. Don't break their damn soul in their stride. Let them be what they want to be. If they say, I want to be an astronaut, let them do it. They can. You think the last astronaut that didn't say that when they was a kid? Let these kids be who the fuck they want to be. If they're not violating, hurting, or going against humanity, if they want to participate in something, my baby says she want to be a judge. I say, shit, you got to do law enforcement first. You got to be I can do whatever I need to do. I'm smart, Daddy. I said, yeah, you are. I'm only a support system at this point. And that's never going to stop. But I will never be an overbearing father. You need to do this. You need to play sports. She don't need to do shit but stay healthy and what is necessary for her to be successful. That's up to her. I'm her support system. Her mother is her support system. That's what we do. We guide her. This girl has been smart enough, and when she gets all low, off the path, guess what we do? Line a little ass back up. What you say you want to do? It's all on you, Nova. It's all on you, sugar baby. It's all on you, my love. But that comes with good character, good nature, good interactions, selecting good friends that provide something to you that is a likeness that you can grow beyond, because when you share your mind concepts and you don't think like them and they don't think like you, and y'all bring those thoughts together because you learn something from each other, that's a successful relationship and exchange. Adults should practice the same. That's how we get better. That's how we grow. I love my friends dearly. All of my friends, my brethren, my sisters, even my brethren and my sisters that I have no relations to as far as blood. But that relationship that we do have with each other is genuine, it's sincere, it's pure, it's protected, it's loved, it's adored, and it's also guarded. That's how you do when you protect and love your people. You don't degrade them. You don't put yourself above them. You get close to them not to cut their throat. You get close to them to see how you can assist them and help them and make them feel or be, or you can influence them to be. They can influence you to be. The exchange has to be pure at all times. We can feel it. See, when you're a star being, you're a star child, indigo, baby. Yeah. Got those heightened feelings. The shit when you kind of know when somebody, it's just not genuine. And then some people, you know, they are just so beautiful and genuine. You can tell. You know you can tell. They wear it. These things are very fucking true. Let's get to the next what moment. All right. As I said, I covered this just now. Who are not from the West? You are not from the West. Who are you? You are not from the West. And who are you? Who are you? No disrespect, but who are you? When titles get labeled on people, unwarranted, when conflicts arise, when things that you see in a history book in America at one point in time did not pair up with your specific story that you learned orally from an oral tradition, orally from your bloodline, who I'm supposed to believe? You, America? When we know everything you did from oral traditions. And then when you really go to schools and colleges, and when you have your own free will of mind and thought, and you get to see why people start banning books, damn. I get it. Yep, sure do. I understand. See, I hate to say it, but a lot of white Americans, not all, but grew up in literally fucking what you would call cognitive dissonance fairy tale land, literally fairy tales. That's why people are so in love with Hollywood and Clint Eastwood and Clint Eastwood is one of them, but and John Wayne and all these fabricated goddamn cowboy movies of white cowboys and Italian Indians and people that aren't even indigenous to this motherfucker, man, and they just like the stories. That's it. Cognitive dissonance, la la land. Cognitive dissonance, fairy tale land. And that's not all, because some white people, man, they, you know, I'm talking about white people that's Americans, American whites, simply because they spilled a lot of fucking blood trying to get something accomplished. And a lot of times I think they know that shit wasn't even worth it. It wasn't worth it. Just, you got killed a lot. You start killing each other too, and then you're still doing these type of things globally. Cause you see the connection with these things. Look at the House of Congress. Look at Citizens United right now. We got more sense than our right now Congress, United States Congress, American civilians right now today have or are collectively acting far more because we're adults. And when these veils are taken down, we're accepting now. We're being much more. I think we're being much more tolerant of each other. I think we're doing a great job, America. Don't let the news steer you into this hysteria place of bullshit. Collectively, we are doing an amazing job. Right here, standing on our two as Americans. We know where we have to go from here. Don't let the media dictate that shit. That shit ain't even cool. We know where we have to go. So let's keep it G and keep it peace like we have been. You understand? You got whites speaking up of what happened in Cincinnati. That makes me feel amazing. You have people that are realists right now. You got people that are tribing up, and we're shedding. We're shedding this. But what we're doing is making sure we know what this is and standing on that for real. That's the only way. You got people out here hating on reparations. How? Shit, a debt is old, regardless how the fuck you can ever try to shape it, look at it, or even wanna make it. Let me show you some shit, man. I got another book too for that too. Got books everywhere, but let me show you the specific book that I'm looking for. Yeah, this is a good one right here. I love this book. I love it. It's called Rediscovering America. This is an amazing book because it shows, specifically, everything about what's indigenous. Who are the indigenous? This book is an amazing book because it's full of actual real descriptions, and it has a real understanding of who built things like this here, and it was not Europeans. Okay, what I'm trying to explain to you is even when the Civil War came, do you understand there was towns and shit built up here because the white men were all fighting in war? So who you think was back here building up every damn thing? No white men. Nope. It was the indigenous class, the carpenters, the excavators, the indigenous people here. And also, the paid merchants from the African, the African company, the African British company. Yeah. Alliances, the affairs of West Africa. I keep trying to tell you there are deeply rooted affairs across the board globally that America has ties with, even with Russia. There was the Russian American company as well. That Russian American company also brought a ton of, just like the Spanish came and the English came. Oh, Russia did the same. So that's what the Native Americans were able. That was a role play, because they told them to make sure you look out for your brothers and your sisters over there on your quest, because that was an assignment. Okay. The West was meant to be taken globally by any means necessary. Those are the facts. I will keep showing you more and more about how the breakage of the global caste system now we have to do, because we understand what happened to us. And we also want to understand what happened to the indigenous globally. Why does the indigenous globally live in a fucking bush or in the woods or somewhere? Because they're the only people that are equipped to survive. But damn, you know how smart and how damn you have to have a very intuitive mindset. Like, even with the indigenous that were brought into the fold, like the American Indian, the Black American Indian, you had they changed our identities, killed us on paper, changed who we are, but they cannot take our essence. So the one thing we were always told from indigenous households were one or two things: whatever you learn, they can't take from you. It was those lessons that led to the Black indigenous American learning who he is today, or what we are today, or what we have succumbed to. That's some of the most strongest, mentally strongest people globally. And that's a fact, Jack. You can take that with you. That's the show tonight. Love you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. You know I'll be back tomorrow. Once again, give a shout out to AE. Make sure he's good. Salute. Anyway, going to be having new guests coming onto the show too as well. Very soon. I'm going to surprise you guys. But anyway, that's the show tonight. This is Will This Podcast. And you know this is my favorite part, right? You know why? Because I get to let you know what's yours. The will is yours. Bees, my people. Be cool.